Welcome to Deenovo classes, and today I've got a wonderful story for all of you, especially for Standard 3 children, because the story that I've taken here today with me is the personal assistant from Standard 3 English Literature textbook. Okay, so this is a graphic story. And what is a graphic story? A graphic story is a story which has been represented by pictures or animations, okay, like this. Okay, so now in this story we come to know about how Mr. Nag, a businessman, seeks for an assistant, and he got a kind of assistant that he could have never dreamt of. Okay, so let's find out what goes on in the story. Mr. Nag is a businessman. He is busy all day. So Mr. Nag is a businessman and he is busy all day. So as the name suggests, a businessman. He has to answer phone calls, write letters, take orders from all over the country. So he has to answer the phone calls and write letters and also take orders from all over the country. So that makes it a hectic task. He cannot afford to do the task alone. Okay, so Mr. Nag, there is too much work for one person. I need an assistant. So Mr. Nag says that there's too much work for one person. That means there's too much work for me. I work in the office and I do all sorts of works, and that's too much for me. So now I need an assistant. So he decides to have an assistant with him. Okay. Mr. Nag puts up a notice in his office window. It says, so Mr. Nag prints out a notice. Okay, what is a notice? A notice is a piece of paper containing some kind of information. Okay, so he puts up a notice in his office window, and the notice reads like this. So these are the features, the qualities that are needed, okay, for the personal assistant to be. Must be good at tidying papers. So the personal assistant should be good at tidying the papers. Must be able to type letters. So the assistant should be good at typing letters also. Must speak more than one language, and he or she should be able to speak more than one language. So these were the three important conditions for somebody to work under him as a personal assistant. Now there is a knock at the door. Mr. Nag opens the door. So there was a knock at the door after a couple of minutes maybe, and Mr. Nag went and opened the door. He might have thought that that might be the interviewee. So he just said that, I suppose you have come for the job. Without even looking at the door, he said that you might have come for the job. A dog walks in and barks once. As soon as he opens the door, a dog walks into the office and he starts barking. It barks once, okay? Shoo! Dogs are not allowed in my office. As soon as he sees the dog, Mr. Nag tries to shoo the dog away, okay? And he says that dogs were not allowed in his office. The dog points a paw at the notice window. Okay, so the dog points out the paw in the notice in the window as if trying to show that I've come for the job. I don't want a dog. I need a personal assistant. So Mr. Nag says that I don't need a dog as an assistant. I need a personal assistant, a human being. The dog wags its tail. So the dog happily wags its tail. I'm sorry, I need someone who is good at tidying papers. Now Mr. Nag says that, I'm sorry, you're just a dog, so I need somebody who's good at tidying the papers. He or she should know how to arrange the papers. The dog starts tidying the papers on the desk. It puts the notes, letters and bills into separate folders. Mr. Nag looks amazed. So the dog starts tidying the papers. Can you ever imagine a dog tidying the papers? It puts the notes, letters and bills into separate folders, okay? And Mr. Nag is really stunned to see the dog doing all those things. That's good. But my assistant must be able to type letters. So Mr. Nag says that there's one more condition. My assistant should be able to type letters as well. The dog sits at the computer and neatly types a letter. The dog sits at the computer, he types the letter, and then he even takes a printout of it. Oh, that's very impressive. That's impressive. How did you do that? But I can't give the job to a dog. but I can't give the job to you still. Okay, I can't give the job to a dog. I need somebody who can speak more than one language. I need someone who can speak more than one language. And just as he had finished saying that, the dog said meow. Okay, so maybe that was the way the dog was saying that I know that the language of the cats even. So the moral of the story is, we cannot guess what a person is capable of simply by their looks. So actually the trend that is going on nowadays is that in an office you need smartly dressed people, you need smartly dressed guys, okay, to work under you, who may not know a dearth about your office functioning, but still you should sound or look good, pretty good. Okay, so actually the story relates to that fact. We don't see the qualities or the capabilities of a person while we hire somebody for a job. We just want to see how the person looks externally, okay, whether the person looks good, smart or not, but and we don't care whether the person really knows the work that he has to do in that office or not. Okay, so we cannot guess what a person is capable of simply by their looks. So sometimes we have such kind of people who may not look good from the outside just to see, okay, for a sight, but they may know multiple works, they may be very good at certain things. Okay, so that's how it is. So that was for the story. Now we'll be moving on to the other task that you have to do as your classwork and as your homework. Okay, I shall be guiding you over the voice cover and you shall do whatever I instruct you to do in the video. Okay, fine, thank you, keep learning, bye bye. Copy these word meanings in your copy. These are the extra questions, write them in the copy. This is your first homework from page 15, write down this in the copy. Second homework, copy in the book itself, page number 17. Page number 18, homework 3, write in book.